What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. Let me turn off this R. Kelly, the world's greatest. Let me take him off my Bluetooth speaker here. My Bluetooth headphones. What's up? Now, yesterday we said we are going to do the live today because I was overworked. But nevertheless, we are here for another video. We got a lot to discuss on this Sunday morning, all right? So let's get into these topics. Make sure y'all share, thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up this particular video. We would love for y'all to have it. We have articles on www.wileythetroll.com. And so we want to say thank you. We have a writer. We're going to see how she do this week because it's a week-by-week basis, right? This is all about the clicks and views. So we had put some new stuff on there. A new article just dropped today that we definitely going to dive into right now. So again, let's get into y'all in here. Hold on, wait a second. Let me make sure y'all in here and everybody. I see the members in here. What's up, members? We got to do like a members song like Monica does when she used to go live. She used to have members check in. So we got to work on that, Paul. We got to do like a members only type of record, so when we do our check-in, we play like the little intro music, we play like the little intro music in there, do our little check-in, right? Hold on 1 second. You know how that goes. Do a little intro music because I got to add somebody to the docket here. And I was like, wait, I don't have my little intro music. Oh, wait a minute. My little intro music for the members. Okay. All right. There we go. We got that. Add her to the docket. Okay, because look, intro music. Oh, the members something, for the members check in. So let me check in with the members. I see Jacqueline here. I see your next egg here. I see Love Maria here. I see who else is in here that is a member. I see Bougie here. I see Latavia is in here. I see all these people in here that is a member. Now, make sure y'all join the members on because we got to get to some things on next week for members only. So let's get into this. All right, here we go. Now, if you miss it, you miss it. I'm not doing no repeat. Don't even do it. Moderators delete if they ask me what I'm talking about because they late. All right, just delete that comment because I ain't got time for all that. Because you already know we do our shows in the morning at 10 a.m. All right, so let's first get into our first topic here. Now, the person you see on the screen, you don't know who he is. Like, who is that man with the gray hair and the hat? So I'm minding my own business, and my producer sent me a story. And they said, hey, you need to hear about this photographer. I said, who is he? This is Keenan Carter. No, Kanan Carter. Kanan Carter. I'm going to call him Kanan Carter. Anyway, Mr. Carter, the Atlanta photographer, have been accused of assaulting over 30 of his clients were on the street. And this is all allegedly. So he decided to go live and posted a video on his Instagram. Now, if you did not read the article here, he's been accused of assaulting 30 people. Now, one person, I believe his name was Brandon, spoke up about this. And so we're going to get into the videos of that he posted, that this particular photographer posted. Everything is in here. Is alleged. So we're going to play what he was saying. We're going to take a trip to the IG and let's hear what he have to say because this is what he was saying. So we definitely going to dive into that. So give me a second while I dive into his Instagram because I was like, oh my gosh, he got his Instagram. Okay, so we found his Instagram and of course we found it on Twitter, but I said, you know what? He got to have it somewhere on his IG. So we went on to his Instagram, and this is the things he had to say. So we're going to do a little screen share here so you all can see it. All right. Let me screen share this, screen share so y'all can see him. And this is my first time talking about him, but let's see it right here. So this is what he had to say.
But things that I haven't necessarily come to terms with in my life have been brought to the forefront due to a situation that's not being all the way truthful. But there is so much to address. There's a lot of truth that hasn't been revealed. So it's a lot to address, and we're going to be 100%. There's been a lot of things internally that I've battled with ever since I was young that has even led me to being in this situation because I've never really necessarily come to terms with who I am. So I put it in my art. There was a guy named Brandon that I came across on Instagram, and I hit him up and I let him know that I wanted to work with him and, work of any form. At the time, I didn't necessarily have anything in mind. As we were getting acquainted and getting to know one another and it was moving pretty swiftly, I just suggested we go ahead and work on something because fuck it, why not? And I sent him a mood board. In the mood board, which I'll show in the slide, a lot of the ideas required shooting with somebody. It was a duo shoot, and you will see on the slide with the actual mood. Yo, what's up? So I don't even really post myself ever. I just post my work. And he confirmed that he liked it, and we went forward and moved forward with it. It was said way ahead of time that the vibes would just be kind of winging it, just kind of having fun. This being said, that drugs and liquor were involved, and they were. I don't drink or smoke personally, but my friend he does, and we picked Brandon up, and we all went to the liquor store together and got the liquor together. So after we collectively leave the liquor store and we pick him up, we just drive by to a lot that's right next to the store, just nearby. Just pull over and post up somewhere and we sit outside our car talking. I'm sharing my story with him, how I've been through XYZ in life, and this happened to me, and this is why I put this in my art. And he thought it was dope, and he shared his story about how he's you know battled with things and been exposed before. And we're just chopping it up on something genuinely cool. We almost got so lost in the conversation that we almost didn't even work at all. And he confirmed that he liked it, and we went forward and moved forward with it. It was said way ahead of time that the vibes would just be kind of winging it, just kind of having fun. This being said, that drugs and liquor were involved, and they were. I don't drink or smoke personally, but my friend he does, and we picked. So as soon as him and my bro start shooting together, he just starts to get kind of jittery because he has somebody that he's talking to. After he said that, we made it known. I made it known that we didn't have to do it at all. I wasn't necessarily even tripping off of it. By that point already, he was kind of already vibing. And he just said, "F it, let's just do it." Now I want to highlight there was a moment where he said to show him the pictures, and I showed him, and he didn't like how they were coming out, and I was like, "Hey, listen, we can stop. I'll delete them." You know what I'm saying? I'm not even tripping. I thought he didn't like the photos, but he wanted to do it again, so we ran it one more time. And I want to add real quick, I don't know if something was working in my favor, but by the grace of God, I had two cameras that I was working with, and one of the cameras was holding the light that I was using to illuminate them while they were outside the car. And I was accidentally recording him when I was, checking in with him. And here goes the audio. So as soon as him and my bro start shooting together, he just starts to get kind of jittery because he has somebody that he's talking to. After he said that, so how you doing? You ready to go? I'm fine. Ain't nobody pushing my line too. Talking about some come on shit. I'm fine. Like. So what do you want to do? You want me back up?
All right, so y'all pretty much got a gist of what he was saying, a little bit of what he was saying, but the word on the curve is the guy was drugged, he was intoxicated, etc., etc., and they're saying that this guy on your screen here did it. So he's literally being dragged on social media right now regarding this situation, which I don't know if he did it or not, but this is not the first time I heard a similar story like this. Now, if you all remember the Kalen Walker, he used his power as a photographer to lure women in to abuse them. And then he came out on this particular show and he said, "Hey, I didn't do this. I'm innocent. I am an innocent black man. You have to understand that Wiley, it could be you. You could be crucified on here, etc." And I believe that it was true because he showed a video on Milagro Graham's situation and also on Tasha. She had to delete it of him, getting in with a minor. And she played it on her app, played it. And so did Milagro Grams played it in her Discord. She tried to deny it, but we saw it. So he came out and he was denying these allegations. "Oh no, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't hit that. I didn't smash that." And he went to trial and he was guilty on all counts. He's serving decades in prison. So regardless of what you all think, everybody that's been accused of something, it should be fully investigated. But we all know if the fire is smoking hard, if the flames is blazing, it's kind of hard to stop it. And is it right? Like, just say for instance that, Mr. Carter is innocent. This photographer is innocent. His reputation is damaged, right? Let's just say, for instance, he didn't do this, he didn't harass nobody, he didn't do all of this, he didn't do these things that he's been accused of. So if he get cleared, it's difficult to get your reputation back. You don't get your reputation back. It's already out there that you did these things because you are a public figure. It's difficult. Nobody is exempt of being judged or being accused of things because of the, Time's Up, Me Too, social media. If they could put out a rumor about you and it's difficult to stop the rumor. You cannot stop the rumor. They always say the lie can go around twice before the truth can ever put on its shoes or something like that. So regardless of what we think, we have to look at this. Okay, let's investigate these allegations. But because we live in a society of social media, we don't necessarily understand that we have to go to this point and say, okay, let's wait to the courts. Let's wait to the point to the court say he's guilty or not guilty. We don't wait for that. A lot of us, the public, and when I say we, I'm mostly speaking for the public and also sometimes content creators. We always pick a side. We pick a side, maybe on this side or that side. So when I went on the Twitter, and shout out to the person on Twitter that posted this story on his Twitter account, a lot of people were saying that he's guilty. He needs to be in prison. They said all of that. They said the Atlanta photographer, Kanan Carter, has responded to one of the people that have accused him of SA. Y'all know what SA is on Instagram. And they said this long video, 30 plus people have already came out with the similar story. I don't even got to watch the full thing to believe it. He needs to be in jail quickly. All these things, people ain't lying on you. That is what a person that posted this story called Nate Rerun posted it on Twitter. And you can see the full thing. It's called Nate Rerun on his Twitter. Then Nate Rerun posted this on his Twitter. He said, quote, "The viral Atlanta photographer is getting exposed." I want y'all to see this because he posted this, and I'm assuming that one of my producers, they probably follow his show or his Twitter account, this particular person's Twitter account, because they sent it to me this morning. So let me go and just screen share this so you all can see this. And this is what the Nate person have said. He said, quote, "The viral Atlanta photographer is getting exposed by his clients for setting them up to get SA to anyone wanting to work with them. Stay away. This story is just sick." And of course, he worked with a lot of, celebrities as well. So it's a lot that, this story has been picking up legs. So let me go to one of this Twitter. Let me see, where is this post? Okay, hold on, y'all. Oh, I should have tweeted him earlier. Okay. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna have to tweet him on my other phone. Let me go to this. What did this say? Okay, somebody said this is something that has to be on my mind heavy lately. Okay, I want y'all to see this. Give me a second. I want y'all to see this. Let me tweet this link out to the person that posted this story. So give me a second while I tweet this out to him because I want him to see it as well. And y'all make sure y'all send it to him as well. His Twitter is Nate Rerun. Yeah, so make sure y'all tweet him. Call in 972-674-97. Hold on, let me make sure I give him the right number, chat. Let me make sure I give him the right number because I want him to call in if he can call in, and make sure y'all send it to him. on Twitter. If y'all on his Twitter account, 97 972 674 9462. Okay, I had no answer. Okay, let me see that. I'm talking about. Okay. Also, let me send him the link to the show as well, because I would love for him to call in and give his thoughts. You know, that's what I love for him to do. I would love for him to call in and give his thoughts. Do y'all have? Okay, I have that. All right. I'm trying to send him the link. Chad ain't letting me send him the link. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just resend it to him. Let me just send him that. Okay. All right. So this is another post that was written. Let's go to this. Okay, boom. So he said, someone said, this is something that had been on my mind heavily lately. While it was disturbing hearing it once, it's even more disturbing hearing it has happened to so many of my peers. No one has spoken on it. My first time hearing about it was last week when my boyfriend went to do a photo shoot with a photographer by the name of Young and Wit. You see him, that's his Instagram, that reached out to work with him for a shoot he had in mind. To be quite frank, this is a very awkward topic to speak on because we admire him for what he was doing within our community in his work. Sad to say, Kanan direct messages my boyfriend on Instagram saying he wanted to do a shoot with him and had some ideas in mind which would take place at his studio in the evening. Later that night, he texts around 10 p.m. Texts around, 10 p.m. saying he had a different vision that will be in the car outside the storefront. Upon arriving to the shoot, Kanan mentioned that his best friend said that he would be there. He would be taking pictures as well while he was shooting the both of. Let me see what the last part of it say. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's show this. I want to make sure y'all see it all. Let me just zoom in. Okay, he said taking pictures as well while he was shooting the both of them. He offered weed, alcohol, coerced him into drinking for them to get better acquainted and catch a vibe. Being that Kanan said he will want to work with him more. After getting him under the influence, my boyfriend was sexually assaulted by, wow, I'm going to accuse Zoe with the help of Kanan. Wow, Kanan photographed and videotaped it. After it happened, he said things like, I've done this before. I just, always wanted to capture this specific shot and I never able to do it before, and that wouldn't be for the public. After my boyfriend started becoming back sober, he quickly informed Keenan of how uncomfortable he was and that he would appreciate for him to delete the pictures and not do anything with them. So these are people that are coming out and saying these things about him. Now we're going to reach out to him again and try to get him on the show. And I'm talking about Mr. Carter. We're going to reach out to him again and try to get him on the broadcast so he can answer these allegations. Now, he can't say he don't want to talk about it, blah, 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 because he did about 3 or 4 videos talking about the situation. And then this is the point that I don't like when people do this. They don't like to do interviews, but they go live. Okay, they'll go live, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I don't want to do no interviews," but you did like about 4 videos already. You did literally 4 videos. Okay, 4 videos. All right. Let me also send it to this person that did the story here. Because I want to definitely send it to him as well so he can see it, because this is a lot that was said. All right. There we go. So I definitely sent it to him. So let's see what he have to say. You know, we definitely need answers. And this is the point. Like, make sure y'all send it to him as well. Send it to the person. Let me tell you what Instagram to send him the link to, because I know he's up. It's 11:48 in Atlanta. Or if he in Atlanta, I'm assuming. But yeah, he's in Atlanta. All right. I'm going to give y'all enough time to send it to him because we need answers. We need some answers about this entire situation. So y'all can send him the link. Y'all can definitely send him the link because we definitely need some answers. And that when I say answers, we need some answers right away. All right. So with this update is that he's not in jail. He's not in prison. No charges were charged, because you got to understand, when you assaulting gay men, they don't rush to the cops, especially not in no Georgia. Let's be clear. They're not rushing to no cops about, oh, yeah, a man assaulted me. Absolutely not. They're not going to do that. So you could get away with that forever. You know, it takes a long time. You got to understand, it takes years for women to be believed. Now, if it takes years for women to be believed, what do you think is going to take for people to believe in this regard when it's dealing with man on man? Let's be honest. What do you think? How long do you think it would take for a man to, believe? Let's be clear. When Larry Reid assaulted Levante, he wasn't believed. His family didn't believe. His mother took Larry Reid's side. It took her years to be like, okay, he did this to my son. So if that was the case, and still Larry have not been arrested or charged, because this is dealing with a man. Unfortunately, our society are not moving quickly when young black children, particularly boys, are being harassed and R-word and attacked. They don't get that same type of response to say, okay, let's get some help. Let's get this person off the street. They don't do that. They don't do that at all. And they go around just lollygagging like everything is nice, okay? And it's not. And so now we got to deal with this whole situation of another broken place. Now, I can just go on and on and on with more stories about him, because like I said, when this story came about, I just started to do my homework. I just started to go around, do my little homework, and see what's being posted about him. And then this is what people were saying all around. And they, like, literally, when I say posting this about this man, and let me go on this person's Instagram and see what if they got an open IG. Let me see, because I want to see if they got an open IG about that. Yeah, let's see if they got an open IG. And yes, they're very popular, right? They're very, very popular in here. Okay. All right, let's do this. Hey, this is Wiley from the Wiley Show. I saw your post that you were accusing the photographer for assaulting your boyfriend. I'm live right now talking about this story. If you would like to come on or give me a written statement to go in more details about it, again, I'm live right now on the Wiley Show. So I'm going to send you the number to the show, and I'm going to send you a link to my show as well. I hope all is well. Peace. So let me send him the number here. And let's send him the number here, and also let's send him the link to the show, because this is what we're doing here, and because we want to get into this because it's something that needs to be done. Okay. Also, let me see if I can call this number. Somebody just sent me a number here. I mean, not a number, IG. Let me see. Let me go to it and see. Yeah. Let me see. All right. Oh, he's on Threads too. Okay. Let's see if it. All right, no, that's not gonna work. So let me do this. He's on Threads. Okay. Oh, it loves. All right, hold on. Let me do that. Let me see if they'll let me do. Okay, I'm just letting them know, and then if he come on later on, then we'll do that. And then also I reach out to all the powers, more people that I can reach out to. Let me go to this. Let me see what y'all say in the comments. All right, he's getting them drunk, and this is why I personally, as a creator, you shouldn't even give alcohol or weed or any of these other attributes because because things get fuzzy. Now this ain't a case of this is an intentional thing because the boyfriend was saying, hey, you know, I don't appreciate you doing this. And I think, and if it is true, he have a sick obsession to seeing people in the nude, not conscious. Like he have that sick obsession. If it is true that he's using the camera, baiting in his friend. Now let me see how his friend look. Let me see if he deleted. Let me go down and see how that boyfriend look. And I'm assuming, just by judging his friend, probably is an attractive friend. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Hold on. Okay, we got some more videos here. Wait a minute, and we got some DMs here. Okay. Okay. So it said right here. Okay. Let's do this. Wow. Now that just came up. And I just I didn't even know that was on there until I just did that. Wait a minute. Let me do this. Okay, wait a minute. All right. Let's do a little screen share here. All right. So, yo, what's up, bro? Kanan. I hope I'm saying it right. If I mess it up, baby, who cares? Um, my fault for the brother for the bother in advance. Was just wondering if you do any photo work at all. Enter a new avenue of my work not long ago and continuously looking for new faces to work with. All right. That's him reaching out to the boyfriend, I'm assuming. Let me take his picture down so y'all can get into these DMs. Man, so many people told me to reach out and I never did because I thought I'd never get noticed. But man, I'll be honored for you to work with you for real. Okay. Then it said, reach out to me. Yeah, bro. You could have man, I respond to everyone at least when I can. I'm open to work with everyone, but bro, but I came across your page not long ago and reached out and I unsent because I know specifically what I wanted to have your help with. So okay, this out okay right then and there. All right, let me scroll down some more here. All right. Oh, okay, that was that. Let me go to the other slide here. Give me a second. Okay, he said we gotta really link up tomorrow evening and create some so we can chop the S word up in person. My homie slash best friend wanna flick up with you too now. So let me know. Bet I'm excited about who's your best friend. I'm about to show you. Hold up. Okay, where's the best friend? Let me see how the best friend look. Okay. Like when I did this, if not, I'll find one. But yeah, I want to do this when I do ATO love scenes idea from the board. That's hard. Okay. I'm not gonna show that picture. All right. Let me know. And the picture of that girl is not my work, bro. I don't have to lie about who I work for or work for what. I was looking forward to working on it in studio work and all with you. I don't know what switch on your end. I can't believe I trust you, bro. I'm gonna let everybody know it was you. Oh, bro. Oh, okay. So this is the part where I think everything went left. This is the DM that I want to see. Okay, let me let y'all see this. This is the point that the DM that I want y'all to see. Now, it said this quote. Okay, I don't have to lie about who I work with for what. I was looking forward to working on in the studio work and all with you. I don't know what switch on your end. Now, when you scroll down, it said, I can't believe I trust you, bro. I'ma let everybody know it was you. Bro, oh my goodness. I haven't done a single thing, bro. Do you want me to still come back? It's not worth all of this whatsoever. So something happened. All right. Let me go on this other slide here and see what is that on this other slide here. Okay. What? Okay. So on this other slide here. All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So this is what it said. Do you want me to come back, bro? I hate that you even feeling this way. I did all I could to reassure you where my heart at with the work. If you want to see me delete it, I'll come back. But I'm deleting it either way. The vibe of all the work is off now. It's up to you if you want to see me delete, but I'm doing it regardless. Okay? I completely do 110%, but I'm trying to remind you the person I am and who you met is genuinely click with is still me, bro. We created a great bond. What was that? Armani told me y'all been doing this for a while, and it's so weird how your friend blocked me, laughing emoji. Then you smoke and it changed. I wouldn't have been responding because like he's deleting. Oh my god! So when he said delete, he talked about the nude photos. Okay, now let's get into this video.
Concept. So he's like, oh, it's about a dysfunctional family, blah, blah, blah. So he leaves the room. He leaves the room for a long time. We're basically done shooting. And while he's gone, he texts me this weird thing. I'm going to pause it so y'all can read it. Well, y'all can pause it. So that's the second message that he sent. And the first message basically told me that he wanted the friend that he was talking about. He wanted the friends to come so we could do a fake couple shoot, homosexual couple shoot. And he said that he did this before. Mind you, he said the pictures wouldn't be to post. So it's like what you're doing with the pictures. You're just going to keep the pictures. So that's weird. Like, you're going to take the pictures. You're not going to post them. You're not going to do anything with them. You're just going to keep them. That's mad weird. So I just felt so scared. I literally kind of called my list. Hold on, part two.
All right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what's the concept?
So that's that part. Now, and the reason why I'm not like yelling, being animated with this story is because this is like a serious type of story. So I don't want to be all like, oh God. I just want to be just as calm in this particular story because this is like delicate. And so I want to be kind of serious with this. I could say a lot, but I'm not going to say it. Okay. All right. I'm not going to show that picture. All right. Because this is a lot. The receipts are flowing in, child. So that was that. And so let me scroll down here. Okay. So this is the friend, unless he deleted his platform. Yeah, he deleted the platform. So the friend, the photographer best friend, deleted his Instagram. And I thought it was a mistake. I said, I can't find it. And then I clicked on the other thing. He deleted it. He wiped it clean. So that'll let me know something happened. You're not going to just go and delete. You did something. And we have some admission from the photographer. Hey, I'm going to delete. And what you're deleting, what? Those nude photos, right? And what he's doing is say, hey, okay, I want you to do a scene, a nude scene, getting humped, or a love scene. I'm gonna take these pictures, but I'm gonna get you drunk and high. But in actuality, he's actually gonna get it in with you. He's gonna get it in with you, and I'm gonna record it and take pictures of this. It's sick because he's not putting this material out. He's doing this for his own pleasure. But that's the thing. When you are truly a victim, you have to go to the actual cops so they can pull the phone, because I can guarantee you it's some digital evidence in there. So, but going to IG, going to Twitter, that's not going to stop him from victimizing victims if it is true. That's going to keep him doing it. And in order to stop him, you have to go comply with the cops. I said the same thing with Levantra. I said the same thing with any true victim. If you truly is a victim or a true victim, if you want justice, you can't get justice on the internet. Now, you can create the atmosphere and say, hey, I want you all to reach out to this prosecutor, that they investigate this, reach out to the police. Now, if you're doing it to bring more awareness for justice, that's a different story. That's the only critique I had with the Levantre piece. They never posted the prosecutor name. They never posted, the police number to apply pressure for them to investigate. In this particular case, I don't see them say, hey, we filed a police report. This is the detective that you can call, etc. They never did that. They never said, call this detective, etc. This man have took pictures for Diddy's son, his the one that was arrested. No, not the one that was arrested. The one that get in the bag, not get in the bag. The one that's on Bad Boy, the one that's out here rapping. Which one of them? Not Justin, the other one. He took pictures for him. He took pictures for a couple of celebrities. This is sad because a lot of people are saying that he have been doing this forever. Like, if you're going to shoot and photography, do the right thing. Don't be sick. And if you really want to have this fantasy, then pay the people that's willing to. I know plenty OnlyFans stars. You give them a check or a free photo shoot, they're going to drop them draws. You ain't got to take it. So I just don't understand why you giving the people false pretenses or under false intentions that you want to do one thing and have them doing a whole Tyra Banks experience, and then you want to be out here putting stuff in their drinks and just being Bill Cosby with the camera. I just don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. Then you're really your best friend in, because I can guarantee you the best friend is more good looking than you, and they'll probably put their guards on, oh, this is a good looking guy. I can guarantee you that. And if he butt ugly, something is wrong. But I'm so that's what I was trying to see. Let me see how the best friend look. Because if the best friend, I want to see how do he look. Because some people will put their guards down if the person is attractive. Yeah. Because obviously this particular person, okay, that's his boyfriend. Okay, let me see what the best friend. Thank you, everybody, reposting and sharing this message. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Now, other people have talked about it as well. Other people have talked about it, so we're not the only ones that talked about it. Somebody said, oh, WTF, the same thing happened to me. I can't believe it's something a lot of people are going through. I was in a car too and lured into a kissing scene, the most uncomfortable thing ever. Somebody said, I know a few people he's done this with as well. It's time for him to be held accountable. Try with me too. Another person. Then, oh, so many people that he tried it with that is actually commenting on here. All right. So, wow. So they this is something, man. The people are talking about this. And I just want to say shout out to my producer for sending it to me. And of course, this is definitely a lot that he's doing it. And what he's doing it with people that typically will not cooperate with the cops and will not, do that. Because people understand when you are a victim of assault, the pressure is on you. You have to prove that it happened, because they just cannot go with your word. It will literally say it's your word against his word. and it's difficult to approve to prove that you were actually assaulted, you know. And also, let's say for instance you get humped in your cheeks or your breadbasket, that person can say it was all consensual. He wanted to be a model. He came on to me. We did it. We were both drinking. It was both consensual. So if you don't have somebody, no evidence to back up your story, it's just his story versus your story. And if he got a clean record, he have this strong reputation, it's just one against one, and they won't even pick up the case, because if they do try to charge him, he would get off because it's your word against his word. And then if you're a person that does OnlyFans, which they do, if you're a person that does that, then they could just say, this is what you're accustomed to. So how do we know you weren't doing this for your OnlyFans content and got mad when you ain't get paid, etc.? You know how this thing operate. They do the same thing for women. So what do you think? They're going to do the same thing with you if you somewhere have OnlyFans material of done lewd acts on camera. How is that different than this particular situation? So they will definitely grill you for a lot when you're trying to go and do some commentary. When you're trying to go and get into charges, they're going to look at your lifestyle, look at your past, and they're going to nitpick at it, because you don't think a photographer not going to hire a good attorney to defend him. He's not going to come out and say, well, you know, I did. Me and my best friend did do that to you, and we took advantage of you. No, they're going to say it was all consensual. It was drinking. It was marijuana. It was all consensual. So that's why you see him not getting arrested, because when I look into these comments here, nobody is saying they filed any charges. Let me go up here. This all, and then you got it in Atlanta. Atlanta is breathing with people that smash other people. Another person said, "Thanks for speaking up for me, babe." Okay, let me go to his IG. Okay, I'm on his IG. All right, let me do something really quickly. Let me follow him. All right. Okay, then I want to reach out to this person. Follow that person. Oh no, he's on okay. All right. All right. So yeah, we gonna get more into details with the story. But this, I'm not shocked that he's still able to get away with this. Because when I scroll down these comments, they say, yo, WTF, the same thing happened to me. I can't believe it was something a lot of people were going through. I was in a car in love. Okay, I read that comment. All right. And he definitely have a type. Okay, hold on. He definitely got a type, because all the guys got bodies, models. Oh wow, he definitely got a type. Okay, here we go. Let me see that. Yeah, he have a type, and he's preying on people that want to be famous. Well, that's right. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna move on from this. I did what I can do, and y'all heard here first on the Wiley Show. Nobody was talking about the story. Now, press one if y'all think he guilty. Let me see what y'all have to say. Press one if y'all think he guilty. Press one if y'all think he guilty. Press two, he innocent. One or two. Press one if y'all think he guilty. Press two, he's innocent. Press one, y'all think he guilty. Press two, he's innocent. Press one, you think he's guilty. Press two, you think he's innocent. Press one, you think he's guilty. Press two, he's innocent. I want to see what y'all have to say. Wow, it's a lot of people. All right, moving right along. Because I had to, I really couldn't drag the way I want to drag because it's a very situation. Let's move on. Now, I got to talk about this India Arie and the Essence Festival. Hey, India Arie, she criticized Megan Thee Stallion performance, and she criticized this other lady that you see, Janelle Monáe performance as well. And Janelle Monáe have never been this whole over-sexualized woman. But she pulled out her breasts and Megan started twerking. And India Arie was pretty much saying, hey, you know what? This is not good for the Essence Festival. This is not classy. This is not a good look, or etc. And I'm like, India Arie, first and foremost, the Essence Festival make majority of their money off that festival for the remainder of the year. They make the most of the money in the festival. I am so tired of conservative women trying to make every woman conservative and saying that all women should be wearing long skirts and have the hair covered. No. When you go back in time from the Little Richard, he had a very sexual song about butt play. Another racy blues singers had very nasty lyrics. It was a very genre of nasty blues, they called it. So this is nothing new. I think that we are holding the women to a standard that we do not hold the man to. Men have talked about they peen. R. Kelly have talked. I know you ready. You had Babyface. You had Usher. You had all of these male R&B singers that sing sexual songs. There's a meeting in my bedroom. Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. They have always been about sex with men, and they dominated that. But when women say, hey, I want to join the sex genre too, I want to talk about my coochie and my butt cheeks and show my breasts. Men can take off their shirt. They still showing their breasts. So why can't a woman show her breasts? I just don't understand the double standard. And India Arie, you ain't really selling records like that. Your time is over. You're not as current as Megan, right? You still can perform and everything like that. But Megan is much of a bigger star now. She is with today's time. Times are changing. And the reason why the Essence Festival do not have the same first line up with Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, all the old acts that they had back in the day when they first started, it changed. Because if you want to stay in business, you have to change time. Now, let's be clear. If you don't want to see Megan Thee Stallion performance, you don't have to go there and see it. You know what she does. It's not shocking that this woman like to twerk. It ain't shocking that Janelle Monáe. It was shocking to me at first, but I understand she want to sell her body. It's her body. It's her breast. Pretty nice breast, by the way. She showed it. But you don't have to go down there and watch it and consume it. Period. You don't have to go there. They was like, some people were leaving because it was too much. We'll let them leave. You got to understand the Essence Festival, what they're trying to do, they're trying to get more of a younger demographic, and it's a mixed crowd. I understand a 40, 50-year-old don't want to see nobody twerking. Some 40 or 50-year-olds do. But it's a generational thing. And shout out to someone brought up, like when Lil' Kim released her album, Hardcore. I used to be scared. Everybody was judging Kim. But they wasn't judging Doggy Style and all of these male rappers. They came for Kim, and she dealt with it. See, people don't want to put no respect on her name, but she was one of the first ones in female rap that really went in about doing nasty things in the bedroom. The guy's been doing it forever, but never a female rap as hard like a dude, talk about her body and just sexy as ever. But they criticized her. They did whole shows about Lil' Kim. So when Lil' Kim went to promote it, they gave her hell. And that would help. That would kind of help to sell more records. But they didn't do that with the male rappers like that. They don't come for them like that. When they take their shirt off and show they crotch, when Prince will show his butt cheeks, like they don't be judged the way that we're judging women. It's multiple men out there that talk about they peen, talking about women, have women all with they bikini and just dress risque. So why are we judging Megan Thee Stallion? That does not make you less of a classy person for twerking. That does not. She's educated. She got a degree, and she's making money, and she have employees that work under her. So we shouldn't judge Megan Thee Stallion. What I think that Janae Monáe should have had that smoke for is the people that booked Megan Thee Stallion. Why are you not calling out the executive? Why are you not dragging the executive and really posting their picture and videos and call, you know what I'm saying, and all of that? Or why didn't you do back, you know, as they do, you an elder, and say, okay, let me pull my sister to the side and be like, it's other way. Let me pull my sister to the side. You could have did that. But you decided to go live and then say, I'm not responding with a response. And then you got mad at the backlash because, of course, you're going to get the backlash because what you're trying to do, mostly older people, once they get up in age, once they change, they want everybody else to change. No. Everybody is different styles of music. Everybody don't want to talk about brown skin. Everybody want to talk about I am not my hair. Those are beautiful, great messaging, but it also, some women say, I want you to eat me out, make me come, you know, rip me out the plastic like I'm brand new, you know. So it's just a different style, you know, WAP, a different style. So I don't see an issue of a problem that women want to do music and change. Let's be clear. James Brown had raunchy music, nasty music. Let's be clear. So many other people had it, and we didn't hold them up to that same standard. So people do it, just like in the gospel industry when you had Old Happy Day, they didn't like that. You know, they didn't like, they definitely sure they like Stump, Kurt Franklin. It was huge controversy within the church world. They didn't want to see gospel music evolve. When the Clark sisters, when they released their song, what was that? He Brought the Sunshine. That was like a whole disco hit. They got judged in the church so bad that Kojic threatened their mama, Maddie Moss Clark, and said, you cannot sing with your daughters. If you sing with your daughters, we're going to take your title. So you ain't going to be able to be the head of the music department. So we have always seen things that come up and judge. There is a genre and an audience for ratchet music. That's the case. You don't want women to strip. It's a strip club exists for a reason. That's just like we going to the strip club. I don't understand women taking off their clothes. You're in a strip club. You know, once you go to the Essence Festival and they put out the lineup months in advance, it's your choice whether you want to go there or not. And the beauty of Essence that you go back to your hotel room, you go somewhere else. You don't have to go to all the shows. It's multiple different acts. Why are you just pointing out that? And then Arie did not even come out and judge, you know, what was that, Jill Scott? She was being sexual. I didn't hear you judging. Where were you at, Arie, when Janet Jackson was doing something sexual on stage on the Essence Festival a couple of years ago? You were silent. For me, I feel like you're old and bitter, single, that don't nobody want to touch your hair, don't nobody want your brown skin, and you upset that you ain't selling records, you ain't been on the chart since 1987, and now you mad that Megan is dominating the culture. It seemed to me that you're bitter and jealous and obsessed that this woman on 1501 about to leave are more successful. And that's the same thing with Erica Banks. I feel like she's jealous and weird that nobody talk about her music. Maybe she needs to get hit in her pinky toe. Maybe people talk about it. Who knows? But let's be real clear here. When it comes to like Jill Scott sucking on the phone, the microphone, and all of that, that don't get you because, oh, she's your peer, or you're one of them type of old people that like to drag younger women. But then when your people do it with the gray hair, you got nothing to say. So I just didn't understand come from that. And then people say, oh, Janae Monáe, she changing. She's evolving. She want to do something else and let her evolve. If you don't like what she does, then leave her alone. But let's be clear. The more she put out her breasts, the more publicity she getting when she did show her breast. What does that say about the audience? Maybe they want to see her breast. Who knows? But I know that as a consumer, I can consume her pulling out her breast, showing her naked body, or I don't have to consume it. That's just like me going to OnlyFans and wanting people to change. You can't change something that you're signing up for and you participate in that same lineup. Let's be clear. We had this opportunity for the Essence Festival, right? And they want to make sure they have more people. Last year, this year, the Essence Festival accumulated a lot of money because they got a lot of big acts. You cannot put butts in a seat with Shirley Caesar at the Essence Festival. You have to get people that the audience like. It's no shade. Okay? It's really, really no shade. So what do y'all think about it? Let me know in the comments because we would like to have you understand. Nothing wrong with it. If you want to live this type of lifestyle, you can live it. You can be who you are. And I have to teach girls that want to grow up and do it. You should be able to talk about your body. It's yours because men are talking about their body. Now, do I believe children should listen to that? No, but you can't stop children from listening to it because of the culture. Because I heard someone say, I used to listen to Snoop Dogg when I was a teenager, when I was a kid. I used to listen to that music. You can't stop it. And now that was back in the day when it was just radio. Now it's close to impossible to stop because of social media. You can't stop it. And then people say, I don't want my kids to, and then you cussing around your child. Okay, if you don't want your kids to accumulate, then you stop cussing. Then you be the change that you want your children to be. You can't be like, don't listen to that, but then you playing it in the car when you on your way to the grocery store with the kids, and you get mad when they start twerking and when they start cussing. You're putting that in the atmosphere. You instilling that in their minds. You instilling it in their car. You instilling it in their, in their existence. So you can't get mad that they decide, to put a plastic bag over their head and rip it open and start twerking it and start dropping it low and start saying these type of things. You can't stop that. You can't. I mean, I just don't understand it because you're putting that in your house, on your Bluetooth, on your Alexa, on your Spotify, whatever it is, you're putting that in your household. So if you don't want your children to listen to this, all you got to do is not play it in your household. But you can't stop with that child listening on the outside because it's everywhere. Their friends are listening to it. It's all on the phone. It's everywhere. Okay? It's everywhere. Now, it's all, it's difficult. We are in a society where the lines are getting blurred, where shows are changing now to more adult-friendly content. You got videos that are not flagged as adult-friendly content like WAP. You got so much material. So it's just difficult. It's challenging to parent in this generation because y'all have so many devices against you. You got the social media device. You still got mainstream media, the television. You still got all these. You got the cell phone where your child got the cell phone, meaning that they can see anything by a click. It was at one point you had to sneak a magazine. You ain't got to do that no more. You got you a cell phone. You connected with the world. So it's just challenging for that. I forgot. Somebody was saying, I have my daughter. She have her cell phone. And I let her have it until like 10 or 11 o'clock. And I don't really check my daughter's cell phone. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I let her be her. But it's no telling what she's going to have and who she communicating with the cell phone. And I feel like this. Maybe you don't agree with it. I feel like every parent should have access to their children's phone. You should know what's going on your child's phone. Because a lot of people, I've seen situations where their daughter went missing or went missing, and then they was investigated that they were Snapchatting an adult or Facebooking an adult or talking to an adult, and it's just that, and the parent didn't even know that was going on. You should know what's going on. Everybody in there that in there that have a cell phone, you should monitor that cell phone. But some parents will be like, I don't have to monitor. I trust my child. All right. And when he ended up on an Amber Alert, known to get up there crying. Because you need to know what's going on your child devices, computer device, everything. Because it's a lot of apps that they are on. Wherever, if you got a person that like to prey on children, they're there where the children are at. That's why you have to be careful on when you buy your child a phone, you have to be careful with that and make sure that you understand what it is. Now, every child need a phone at a certain age, I believe. I don't believe you need one at 4, 5, 6, but some people do it at that. Especially if you get old, you need a phone. You got to communicate. I need to communicate with you. You need a phone. It ain't no pay phone, so you need a phone. Let's be clear. Let's be all the way clear on that. You do need a cell phone. So we just in that society. Every child, every teenager need a computer. You need the internet. You need it. We are in that society now where most work is online. Some schools go on to online learning where you have to type a paper, you have to email. It's material, some chapters you have to read just online. So, online is very important. So let's not act like it's not. But my thing is that with that itself, you also have to research and what your child is reading and accumulating. Now, do y'all think India Arie was wrong? Let me know in the chat. And for those that are going to watch this in the replay, let me know in the chat. All right, let's move on. I just had to talk about that because that was down my timeline. Now, let's go to Tasha K. Yeah, y'all see Tasha K? So Tasha K is just literally on this attack on Beyonce and on this attack of her mama Knowles. Y'all know Tina Knowles, right? So Tasha K said that Tina Knowles is a witch. And then she also said that you can't get mad at me that I'm up here talking about your granddaughter, because I'm a fan and I left a 2-star review on Yelp and BET. Now, mind you, Tasha K never went to the concert. She didn't went to the Renaissance. She can't even sell out her tickets, her own show. You know what I'm saying? She can't even sell out the tickets on her own show. So while she talk about Beyonce, at least her tickets selling out, your own fans can't even afford the $200. You got to put on a wig. You got to do a bootleg Tubi version of R. Kelly. You got to have your husband in there. You got to have Chelsea, the one that slept with prisoners, to get interviews in there just to get some clout. And it still didn't sell out. So while you dragging Beyonce, at least she's talking to in an arena, and you better hope that that theater in Miami don't change their mind and don't book you and don't allow you to have that event there like they did previously. Like the previous event you had in Atlanta, you have to change venues quickly. So you can't even sell out there. Okay? How about your daughter get up there and do it? But you ain't gonna put your daughter up there because they're gonna drag you. Because your own daughter dragged you, said you a liar, you're only doing that for camera, you just want to be on your phone and be on the internet. You are a pathetic, trashy mother. You shipped your child to Africa so he can train to be a dictator of the country in Mali, to be a child soldier. He trained to do a coup to overthrow the government over there in Africa so he could be the new dictator. So you're a terrible mother. You ain't mother of the year. Any mother that shipped their child across the world while you can harass other people about their parenting skills, about their daughter, what are you have to say about your own children? You terrible. You get in all that multiple debt, got to ship your child to Florida, then you're shipping them to Africa because you don't want to be no mother. You are a trashy mother. And you know it. While you too busy going out there, your child won't forget about you. Who are you? I don't know who you are. You never been a mother to me. So let's be clear. You can't talk about Beyonce. At least she's with her children. You can't say that. Your own daughter trying to change her name because she don't want to be a Kiwi. Because when people Google it, they see you and your daughter with that nappy hair, because her hair wasn't done. It was nappy, no shade, but we talking about children. You don't care because you talking about everybody else's children. Her hair was nappy. I ain't want to say that. Hair was nappy, and the son had boogers all in his nose. I ain't gonna get into that, but it was a very unkept picture that's going live over there on Twitch. Her hair was nappy, and the son had all that crust in his nose. Look, he was crying and stuff like that. You should have blew this up. Why would you put that picture out there? And they dragging it, and I would have known that because the Beehive sent it. Okay. So let's be clear. You did that because you're trying to use the Beyonce fan base to grow your bottom line, and your tickets are still not selling. Because if it was working, before we get more into it, I want to say this, you would get 300,000, 800,000, a million. You ain't getting them type of views over there. You getting the same type of views. Armand Wiggins is about 20 to 30,000 views away for catching up to your views, and he only got 100,000. You got a million. So you creating all this mess, and it ain't helping you in your views. And it ain't helping you getting on the subscription. People subscribing, then they unsubscribing. They ain't staying. They get that, they go there and see what they ain't staying. They subscribe, say for that 1 month, and then they unsubscribe. You're not even keeping your people for a minimum of a year. We have more people that's been a member of my platform longer than yours, and you got all them low-budget African movies. You up there lying on your platform. You up there getting YouTubers that been on this platform for 30 years and barely can make it ends meet, pulling them out of Katrina, out of a flood, having them to come. They was in their flood, what do they call them? FEMA trailers. Got them coming onto your platform to help you out because you out there trying to get different surgery, trying to paint up a storyline saying that you in anger management, you need to be in somebody's cuckoo house, and then you come back trying to drag Beyonce. Honey, please. And still have not sold out them tickets. Okay? So, back in the day, I want to bring this back. Back in the day, 106 in Park cast spoke about Blue Ivy. Remember that? They got suspended, and 106 in Park was off the air after that. Let's also remind you that Trick Daddy came from Beyonce, and his podcast was canceled right after that. Tina followed Tasha K to let it be known that they see her. Watch they push her channel to get removed off YouTube and blacklist her even more. So let's be clear. She's following because it's a strategic move that they're making moves against Tasha. And she don't see it. Because back in BT suspends 106 in Park producer for the Blue Ivy hair joke. This was back in 2014. BT have suspended a producer after a joke about Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter that hair Monday on the network music video countdown 106 in Park. So but that was back then. That's like television. Tasha K is like a blogger, and I don't think they will remove. And the reason why I don't believe they're going to remove her channel, if they didn't remove her channel for saying that Cardi B got bumps and Cardi B demanded that Google delete her channel, get that. Google came back and said she didn't break any community guidelines. And I'm glad that YouTube did not side with Cardi. And let me tell you why. If YouTube would have sided with Cardi, it would have been the end of YouTube. And a lot of their top creators like Tasha, Lovely T, myself, Armand, people that's on the down low, they would leave and go to Rumble because YouTube is censoring their content. And so it'd be a competitor, and then Rumble will get all the leading acts, and then we promote, and then all of our viewers will be on Rumble. So they couldn't do that. They couldn't, because it's stupid, because your child's not exempt, because Cardi, you're not exempt, you're a public figure. So why would we just remove, because something that you don't like, you said? That's the case. If we open up Pandora's box, that means everybody could be doing that. It won't be a YouTube. Okay? It won't be a YouTube. So let's go into Tina now. While Tina up here following Tasha K, she forgot to put on her ADT security. Yeah. They done stole $1 million in a safe. You know what I'm saying? While she up there too busy following Tasha K, she up there following her. She been, a little stressed. She forgot to put on her ADT security. Make sure her ring cameras, the ADT. She forgot to do that. Went on, living her best life. They robbed her. even though I believe that was an inside job, I don't believe that that was a person that was just a random person. That somebody knew she had $1 million in that safe. They knew that code to that safe. That's somebody that did it. Somebody that knew the premises of that layout because they just knew exactly where to go. That's somebody, one of her housekeeper, the gardener. It's an inside job. So that ain't no random act. That don't give me random. When they said it was $1 million in the safe, that's inside. Somebody that she told, somebody that she seen with that stash of cash in there, stole it. That's to be true. And then we have to understand as YouTube that we don't get invited to the events. I saw that comment to the YouTube events. We don't. And I understand it, but that's why you create your own entity. Just like Lovely T, when you go to those events, they don't really have commentators on there. They feel like we are just the outcasts. Only people they like on that particular event, like Kai, not no influence. It's like Terrell's show. He will be invited at a YouTube event and be well respected because he don't do trashy and let me use the word kind of trashy type of content, like dragon celebrity type of content. He more like interview people, so he will be more respected in there. Just like Lovely T, she just does commentary. I think Lovely T would be so much bigger and greater when she started, interviewing celebrities. Like once she started interviewing celebrities, then that will happen. Once she started interviewing celebrities, then you will see her go to the next way. Okay, that's how that will go when it goes to stuff like that. Okay, and let's be 1000% clear. What Tasha K is doing is that she's doing a strategy, but it ain't working. Because if it was working, it would have worked. I don't see her views getting where it's supposed to go. Let's go to Tasha K page right here, okay? And I know Tasha K, you watch it, but you can't come in the comments because you blocked. All your staff is blocked, okay? So you can't come to. If you want to come on this show, you got to hit the link. And you got to show up on camera, and you got to look decent. You ain't coming on here looking raggedy. Pretend like I'm up and at him, the white boy. You look like that because you like to look raggedy when you talk to YouTubers, and you like to be on the thumbnail. You want to come here, show up nice, look classy, don't look raggedy. All right. Anyway, let's be clear. Now, she talk about all this mess. She's talking about all this mess, 123,000. That's low views because if you go to her popular views, where back in the day, 1.4 million, 1.2 million, 1.1 million, 1 million, 889,000, 969,000, 822,000, 762,000, 737,000, 708,000, 705,000. 685,000, 659,000, 652,000, 649,000, 640,000, 622,000, 580,000. Now you see the Tasha K today doing all this dragging. 123,000, 102,000. She have lost a lot of her audience, and she was doing those bigger numbers without all the drama. She was just doing the work, and she think it's working. She just released a skit of R. Kelly with 16,000. It ain't working. You creating all of this chaos. It is not even coming back. The viewers not coming back on your platform. Why would they come back there? We can see it all on your Twitter. Why would I go on an app that you claim you don't own, and people are just playing your content for free and will continue to play it for free, and that they're unsubscribing in droves, and you can just see what you do all this stuff for free? 16,000. 16,000. You just spend all that money, put on that ugly wig, that ugly makeup, got your raggedy employees in there, your husband that needs to leave you, He looked pretty nice, good actor. I could tell he really want to be an actor. But it ain't working. It should have way more than 16,000. Because they don't want to see you as an actor. What they want to see you, Tasha K, being a nasty black woman, ghetto, nasty black, and trash other black women for right now. But you was greater back in the day because you did the work. But you shifted with the Cardi B situation, and now you just want to drag celebrity. But it ain't working because the celebrities, they ain't stupid like Cardi, responding to you. This story with Beyonce will only work if Beyonce go live and trash you. Then that strategy will work. It will get millions, but they ain't responding to you. Cardi B is the only weak woman that will respond to you. That's the only one. And that lost the juice because we tired of that Cardi B and Tasha K storyline. Unless she pull up to your house and try to fight you like she tried to fight Tasha K and she got Molly whooped in that forehead and had that swollen thing on forehead where Riley gave her a left hook or somebody gave her a left hook. And then Nicki Minaj said, "Are you crazy? Let me have her. Let me have her. You talking about my daughter? You talking about, are you crazy?" They find out a fashion show, all them white folks dressing in expensive clothes. They thought that was a BET award. Are you crazy? She hiding behind her security. Cardi B acting a plump fool that punched in her forehead. So unless Cardi B do that, this ain't going nowhere. Unless Cardi B do that, then that's more of a juicy story. Cardi B pull up to that event. You talked about my daughter pull up to that stage and, well, she can't really snatch her hair because she ain't got no hair, but just snatch that white, just snatch off, then that's more of a story. But this, no. And she's obsessed with the internet. She's watching me right now. Upset, mad, because we send her content to people to play it for free. Why pay for it? You can. It's ways where you can watch this stuff for free. Why pay your $12.99? You can watch it for $0.00. Because we're gonna give you all the good timestamps of the juicy part, and she don't know where it's at because she ain't no evidence of me ever doing it. You ain't got no evidence of it. Can you prove that I'm playing this? Can you prove? No, you can't prove it because you don't even own it, lady. People just playing your content for free. And by the time you fill the paperwork, they done already seen it for free. And people are unsubscribing. Because you too busy worrying about everybody else. And Beyonce. And she went and got multiple bags. And you on your way being arrested for perjury. Because you lying in bankruptcy court. You lying in bankruptcy court. Until you go toe-to-toe, excluding Cardi, because that the reason why the Cardi B died out is because you got the lawsuit. We sick of that storyline. We done of it. It's stupid. Unless you get somebody as an A-list star drag you, and that will just shock you, we'll be surprised. Who, this person? Then that'll be. But as long as you got them low budget food stamp rappers that's on food stamps, smelling bad, smell like crawfish and crab legs, and they ain't on the charts, they ain't even get a BET intro song, you can sit down. That ain't working. You're not beefing with A-list star. The only one you have is Cardi. But that have dwindled down because Cardi impact ain't that strong over here in America. Yes, it's strong in Paris, but it ain't that strong out here in America because we kind of tired of her because she ain't got nothing new out. No new album. She working with albums, but with artists that don't nobody know. So until you attach with some more A-list stars, then I can see this strategy working. Because clearly, as you look at the numbers, Tasha K, you have lost a lot of your numbers. And these are facts. You were getting close, average almost 1 million in each video that have shifted. 2018 and 19 was those 2 years was the best of Tasha K. Now you seeing the downfall of her own decisions make her lost all those views. And because she's so twisted in the mind, she just continue to think that this strategy is working, and it's not. It's not working. You will never get a response of Beyonce going live and trashing you. If Beyonce didn't do that when her sister was beating up her cheating husband, Jay-Z, she ain't going to do it by a poor black woman that is paying high rent and a messed up condo and left a beautiful home in Georgia and telling the bankruptcy court, I only got $40 in the bank account. $15 or $50 or $95, and then show the real evidence you got about $6,000 in there. Child, bye. Don't nobody care nothing about Tasha K like that. She used to dominate YouTube, not no more. People don't talk about her no more, and they don't talk about her content. This woman got a whole affiliate program. She wants people to promote that Tide app and only give them about a good strong 10% of each strong, and they got to be a subscriber for a minimum of 6 months or a year before you see the money. That's a bad deal. You mean to tell me they got to be a subscriber for me to see some money for the subscriber? They got to be a subscriber for six months? Girl, bye. That's a scam. And I ain't paying for that. Okay? And that was a beautiful town, a beautiful home. It was beautiful. She had to leave it. She had to leave it. Just like you have some people like podcasts, they get like publicity on like the blogs. Then when you go to their podcast, they ain't got no views. Because when you pay for that, you're just known for hot button issues. But then when you go to the podcast, no views. I ain't gonna say no names. Because like even when Tasha K talked about it, it ain't getting no million, no 2 million, no 3 million, no 4 million, what she want. Most of her old stuff still out doing the current stuff, and she have more outlets. You got Twitter that you're popping on. It ain't bringing in more traffic over here, and it ain't bringing more traffic on the app. That's why you bringing stuff on the app to YouTube, because nobody was watching on the app, but it's too late because Cardi B took out your Steam by taking the checks, and then by the time you got the bankruptcy, now you're trying to go back, and it ain't really working. It ain't working at all. Now, a lot of people is on your side because they love what you do, like Peaches, the double agent, opinionated with the side of shade, that she want to come back to Tasha K platform, but she's still sending me information. She just called me last night about information about Tasha K and about, Chelsea and Peaches. She just can't stand them over there. And I told them, I said, why don't you just beg them and pay them money to go back over there like you paid a YouTuber or mine to smoke up your money? Why keep begging me? I'm not making a statement to get you your job back. It's not a job. You didn't get paid. But if you want the job back, go there, couple of checks. How about you do this, Peter? Buy 50, how many more tickets? 60 tickets, and give it away to the winos. Then you would be back in the good graces, and they will want you back. If you want your job back to help get Peaches, the double agent, fired, how about you buy all the remaining tickets? Because you say you got the money. You say you a rich woman. Buy all the tickets, then give it away to the winos and make a video about it. Then that's how you get your job back with Tasha K. Because they would demand, get her a job back. 5 Peaches. She ain't never a double agent. Because she ain't got the coins. She ain't got it. Because Peaches said, yeah, I got more money than Peaches because I had to help pay her bills. I said, see? Well, buy the tickets. She didn't have to pay her bills. And I said, I'm not shocked that you have to go pay Peaches' bills because she doing stuff for Tasha K for free. She ain't getting paid to do all that. I said, you paid her bills? Yeah, she said she paid her bills. I said, wow. You too busy trying to be a double agent and don't get paid? Man, please. Pay that woman bill. And she told me that. So this is just what is going on with this entire situation. And they come back with me talking, kicking. Let's move on. Okay. Now we put this in the title. Lil Baby is gay. We put it on the website. Our writers put it on here. Lil Baby under fire for dancing with a man. This man you see is a billionaire, right? So you never seen Lil Baby laugh and be this happy. Never seen him. That man always looked like he got a doo-doo and he constipated. Every time he do an interview, it always looked like he got a doo-doo and like he constipated. Have you seen a little baby when they constipate, got a doo-doo, they got a look weird face on it, weird look on their face? That's how he look. Soon he get around this rich party, billionaire white party, this white party. He started laughing. I was so happy. He literally got that look. Like, remember in The Color Purple when Celie wanted to get the letter, she said, and it was looking for the letter. She got one letter that Sugar was able to sneak to Celie, and then she got the letters. All the letters. I said, all the letters. She got that letter. That's how Lil Baby look. He's so excited. He's so excited. Anytime you let a man go beside your bread basket, and take these pictures, he's very gay. Very happy. If your baby daddy, because y'all said it because he's rich and you want to sleep with him, you got to step in line. You ain't got what this man got. You ain't got the billions and you ain't got the ping, so he don't want you. He get you. He got all these black women around him. Got a stank look. Get around a man with billions in a ping. I'm so happy. All right. So, what I'm saying? He's gay. And people say, oh my gosh, Wiley, you're going to get sued. Last time I checked, the definition of gay is happy. But if your baby daddy had this same picture and he ain't no celebrity, you would say not gay as happy. You're going to say the other derogatory terms to describe it. But he is very gay. Gay mean happy. There's multiple meaning of the word gay. Can we talk to? We have any educated people in the house? Gay have not always mean what y'all think gay means today. There was a time that you could say, ooh, I feel very gay today. That mean happy. So when I put it out there, all of these Lil Baby fans kept saying, you're going to get sued for what? I said he was gay. The problem is your mindset only went to one part of what the new meaning of one of the meaning of the word gay. Do you know one word can have multiple meanings? Do I have to really tell y'all the breakdown of a word? It is not called clickbait. He's very happy. Look at that smile. Look at him embracing with two men, one with purple hair, blue hair. He's very happy. Then the billionaire with money and a private jet said, this the guy that taking the picture. We was all drunk because they were gay. They were happy. When you happy, you start drinking. And the people that we criticizing us, we ain't in no private jet. We rarely can afford a first class ticket in South Airlines. Okay? I love gay people. Gay people are the most beautiful people on earth because when you're happy, you want to be around happy people, gay people. You want to be around happy people. Okay? It's all about the context and the culture. Many words we have as bad, now, was not bad long ago. Period. So let's be clear on that. So when we put this out, automatically people are doing, and a lot of people didn't talk about this in this particular sector, because the reason why we want to do it, because in the members only, it was 2 members in there, and you don't see them anymore. They kept saying, "Oh, you talk about you," but you don't see them now. And I said, okay, I'm gonna prove to me that I'm right. And you only show up when we talk about these people you claim we only talk about. Then we talk about it, you ain't gonna see these people. Nope. Where they at? Then when they want to criticize, they be right there. Then when we do stuff that go against their stupid lies, they know where to be found. They happy. And people that Joy can, I will feel bad for his baby mama. Who is his baby mama? Can somebody name his baby mama? Little baby mama, all these baby child. Who is his baby mama? I never seen that man smile like that. I never seen that. I never seen him smile like that. I never seen that. Jada. You never seen him smile like that with Jada. He got 2 kids with Jada. Have you ever seen Jada reach behind his bread basket and he smile and embrace some of that? Show me a picture. I may be wrong. Show me a picture of Jada. Can you please show me a picture of him, this very gay picture? Because gay mean happy. He got 2 baby mama. Have you ever seen him ever be happy like these pictures like you see today? He is extremely gay. He's extremely gay. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I'm not saying gay how you think I'm saying. I'm saying it how it was originally set up. Gay means happy. Okay? So, if y'all want to get more details about that, you could go to my website and let me put it on there. It's on the website, child. And then we're going to open up these phone lines. www.wileythetroll.com. Make sure y'all call in to do it. www.wileythetroll.com. Make sure y'all call in so y'all can get y'all point across on here. So give me a second here. All right. If y'all want to call in. So hold on 1 second. All right. Because, back in the day, they said, oh, this person expired today. Expired means they're deceased. Because I didn't know. I'm like, why are you saying expired like they're a piece of chicken? Like, it's an old school word. I got to use the John today. The John meaning the restroom. I was like, he got to go use the John. He got to go. I just used the John. I'm like, what? You just pissed on John? Like, I didn't know it. Let's go to the phone lines. 972-674-90. Hold on. I always forget the last four. 972-674-9462. And also we'll drop the link if anybody want to give their thought across in here. And we had a person that called my number twice last night. They called my number and they left a text saying, "You always hard on women." And they kept calling. And I said, first of all, I didn't answer the phone. I said, I'm not live. You got something to say? I sent them a link. So hopefully they watching today and see if they want to call in because they were able to, they wanted to cuss me out. And hopefully they call in today. You see? Yeah, hopefully they call in. Let me see if I can call this person. I'm going to call them on my phone here and see if they want to talk. All right. Let me see. Now they answer it. All right. Okay. So thank y'all so very much for tuning in today. We wanted to end in 2 hours because we try to use the last 30 minutes for we have anybody that want to call in and give their thoughts. But thank you all. I am happy my brother sent me to you, Wiley. I hope I'm spelling your name right. You are May. You're spelling it right. It said, "Little baby, talking to that stick talk hit different now." Okay, so what do y'all think? Do y'all think that Little baby is gay? You know, would you think he was gay in those photos? Let me know in the chat. Press 1 if you think he looked gay in those photos or no. You know, let me know if you think he looked gay in those photos. Let me know if you think he looked gay. Now, we can talk about this really quickly. All right, since I got y'all here, let's talk about Bishop Whitehead and Larry Reid. So on yesterday, everybody kept sending me stuff about Bishop Whitehead, and they kept saying, "Oh, Bishop Whitehead dropped the lawsuit," or "Larry Reid don't get along with his mentee," and blah blah blah. And I said, "Oh, let me call Bishop Whitehead." So we posted a screenshot of me of how long I was talking to Bishop Whitehead to my members. I said, "Okay, let me send it to my members really quickly." So I sent it to the members of like a screenshot of you don't hear the conversation. It's just like, you know how you're talking to the person and it's like it'll show like how long we talk over. So I hurry up and screenshotted it. So word on the curve, they're saying that Bishop Whitehead have made up with Larry. That's not true. He have not dropped the lawsuit with Larry Reid. He have not dropped the lawsuit with Tasha K at all. We're going to get more details into the situation. The problem that I have with Larry, you see this picture on the screen. This all started because Larry made fun and was laughing at Bishop Whitehead when he got robbed. He was laughing. And Bishop Whitehead sued Larry Reid, and also Larry Reid actually worked with the feds to get Bishop Whitehead arrested. So when that happened, I think Larry kind of regret of doing it. But Larry, one day you want to be a preacher, next day you want to be a beta man. Beta, you want to sit there and gossip like a beta man. Then you want to be respected as a prophet. You have too many different personalities. And then you get mad. No, you wanted to joke. You wanted to make fun. And stop trying to make Bishop Whitehead look bad when he preach against gay marriage or gay lifestyle, when you yourself used to preach against it. Are you judging them pastors and preachers of the black church? Because most people in the black church, that's what they preach. They preach the Bible. They preach it. They preach the scripture. So stop trying to paint Bishop Whitehead as to being this evil person when there's multiple preachers. Before I knew a Bishop Whitehead, I used to hear about where gays are going. They're going to burn in the lake of fire ever since I was born. Since I've seen church. So let's not try to put this pressure on Bishop Whitehead as though he's the only pastor that preaches. He's not. Other pastors, they may not be as aggressive, but they saying the same thing. They don't believe gays going to heaven. I don't care how cute you say it or how nice you say it. You saying the same thing. If I ain't going to heaven, that means I'm going to burn. Okay? So you send out mixed signals and you on male OnlyFans accounts. There are people that's down with you on there. And you're not married. And see, the thing of the sickness of Larry, he married a woman that wanted coochie. He wanted some peen. But it just so happened the woman wanted, I hope she wanted adult coochie and not children, like her husband or her ex-husband, her baby daddy. And he wanted not just peen, he wanted teenage peen. So this ain't no allegedly. Levantre said it. His own victim said it in Crystal HD. He didn't say it on no StreamYard or no voice note. That brother came in Crystal HD with a whole production saying that Larry Reid violated him. And his wife, Larry's ex-wife, went back to some coochie. So obviously you had you a down low sick man, because anytime you leave riding peen and go eat you some coochie, you turned off by men, and because of that pervert pedo husband of yours. Then Sir Marco, supposed to be baking cakes, or his wife baked cakes. He went to Levantre and said it would have been us screwing to Levantre. I don't know why Larry would want you. If anybody would touch you and want you, it would be me. All that sickness and diverted stuff going on in that house. You understand what I'm saying? But Larry got mad that somebody sued him. And then he tried to sue Levantre. Because he tried. Remember, he had a complaint because he went live on his Minty post. Yeah, Bishop Whitehead, he had a complaint. And on his complaint, he had to amend his complaint. Most people amend, some people amend complaint. That ain't no big breaking news. But let's talk about your complaint with Levantre. Remember you sued Levantre? And he responded to your complaint. And what did you do? Cowardly. You dropped that complaint like you dropped Levantre draws and put your sizes inside of Levantre. So you did the same thing. You dropped the complaint like you ordered Levantre to drop his draws. Then you tried to run from the Bishop Whitehead. He had to find you. And then once we went live and talked about Mr. Ponder, did you file a suit? They applied pressure and they made sure to find Larry Reid. So and then you keep bringing your and then we talked about Bishop Whitehead. And so Bishop Whitehead said the mentor called me, kept telling me about Lester. That I told Lester to go after Larry Reid. So Larry Reid, and he's a liar. You're sitting and gave the number. Look at this sick, twisted, bald-headed liar. Sent the wicked witch to Bishop, was recording Bishop, kept saying, yeah, you sent something to Lester. This Larry. Now he got the number from Larry. And then, Larry, you going on camera, act like you ain't got nothing to do with it. Honey, you gave him the number, you devil, you. You stupid. And dumb. And if I was Bishop Whitehead, I will continue to uplift and promote Levantre. What you on going and call it? And see, that particular person, and the sadness with the person with the wig, he gets screwed over and over. And then when Larry have the real exclusive, he goes somewhere else. You don't see him. When he's with Bishop Bernard Jordan, the prophet, when you see Bishop Bernard Jordan, they doing the prophecy show, they getting deep in that church bag, you don't see the witch. Because that changed the narrative. And it ain't like Bishop Bernard Jordan don't know what's going on. His own son took off his shirt, was in the sauna sweat, and trying to talk about Jesus. I ain't trying to hear about the Messiah. I'm trying to get in your drawers. And you want people to lust after you. Ain't no prophet gonna take off their shirt and be in the sauna talking about the word. You ain't thinking about no word. You seeing a naked man. Stop that. And then I'm in the chat, lusted. At least I'm honest. Wiley, why are you lusted? He got his shirt off. Of course I'm lusted. He got his chest out with that deep voice, all them big words, and he in the gym. I know what goes on in the gym. Of course I'm a lust. That's Bishop Bernard Jordan's son. Need to come on out the closet. He already out. Who you promote to? You don't want no women. You want a woman. You've been had one. You don't want no women. And you don't want to come out with a man openly because the church will turn against you. We ain't stupid here. You might can manipulate these weak-minded women, but you can't manipulate me. You on Instagram with your shirt off in a sweaty sauna. And got the word, talk about the word. You can't talk about no word. We ain't want to hear that right now. We want to hear the word, and the word is L-U-S-T, lust. And you know it. But Bishop Bernard, he go there. He said he's straight. Okay. But you don't see the witch. He's somewhere hid. You don't see him. He just got mad at Bishop because Bishop didn't agree with the lifestyle. And that's his choice. And then Larry get mad when people keep calling him that. You keep hanging around it. That's just like me hanging out a bunch of crackhead. If they start calling me a crackhead, I can't get mad. Everywhere you see me, I'm in there in the crack house. So stop it. You know what you doing. You ain't around no women. You barely around your wife because she took this eating coochie. Let's pray that it ain't no underage person. Let's just pray on that. And you're around number men. Feminine men. Not no masculine. I'm talking about that you. I must keep it like this. That you know they drop their drawers for men. And everybody he hang around with. Oh, praise the Lord. I just love the Lord, and God is my shepherd. I should not want. God is so good to make sure you all give $8.99 because and you all give that. All the people that ever are like that. And God is so good, and he's so wonderful, and God, and he's such a precious Lord. He's so precious, and God is so good. He's with his oily body. This is Bishop Bernard Jordan's son, chest out, body. I mean, he got a body, yada, 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 body, yada, yada. Only thing I hear in my mind, eating niggas' ass. That's the only song I'm hearing Sexy Red. When I hear that song, Sexy Red. Like, and I'm eating, oh no, that ain't Sexy Red, eating his ass, that's Sukiyana. I'm just hearing that Sukiyana. He's just my shepherd. And I want to tell you about the Lord. You sweating, chest out. Your balls is sweating. You naked. Child. And that's what Larry, that's who he around. They ain't talking about he gonna sue, but he ain't suing nothing. Sit down, hypocrite. Who he gonna, it ain't gonna be successful. It ain't gonna be successful. It's going to flop like it flopped when he sued Levantrak. See, the difference between Daryl and myself, see, Daryl was stupid. He got his weapon, and he used a weapon, a black Glock, showed up to that man home. You stupid. The only weapon that you can use is your words. and stick with Levante. Stupid guy, stupid flop actor. See, Larry will have, if he sue Wiley, you gotta have to sue Levante because I didn't get it out my bread basket. I didn't get it out my bread basket. I got it out Levante where his own words said that you did it. And then Levante, brother said that you did it. Then his mama, the pastor, said that you did it. They could just come to the stand and just tell a story. You think a jury is my word against a strong black mother that used to be a basketball player and two men? It's 3 against 1. Then you have Tasha. We're going to bring her to the stand. She's a good liar. Hopefully she's a good liar. If Ogre set her up real good, bring her to the stand. Show them receipts, subpoena them records. You have no case. It would be stupid because we going all the way through. You think we going to settle? Nope. They're just, well, I think y'all should settle. Your Honor, I disagree. I don't want to settle. It's a violation of my constitutional right. I want to take this liar to court because I believe he lied. He's a predator. I believe he took that bread basket and lit and buttered it up. I want to take it all the way to trial. I want to take it to trial. I don't want to settle. Nope. Settle or nothing. You're going to spend that money. You think he going to want to spend that? See, Daryl, he ran out of money. I know lawyers that will love to jump on this case just to get against Larry. Go on, file that loss. Ain't gonna go nowhere. Please. Your own mentor, he can't even touch me and talk about me. He's a witch and he wanted to sleep with me. So I know if he wanted to sleep with, I know he wanted to sleep with you, and I know y'all probably slept together. I don't know how much it said allegedly, but I have him on record saying that he wanted to sleep with me, wanted me to go to that trailer park so I can put my peen in his bread basket, and I refused, not because I'm not attracted to him at all. He looked like a witch. And I didn't want to put my peen in that witch bread basket. I refused. Okay? Thank you all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. And they all gonna watch. He can't mention me. He ain't strong enough. Oh, I can play out how he wanted to sleep with me, how he was moaning on the phone, and I'm your baby. Hey, baby daddy. Hey, baby, I want you to come. When you gonna come and screw me? Never in a day. I don't want you or the pedo Larry. I want y'all. Y'all too sick. I don't want y'all sick, twisted people. I don't want no Sir Marco. No. No. Who do I want? Oh, Bishop Bernard Jordan's son. He class, big word, good looking. That's what I want. I want the man that's sweating in that sauna. I do way better than that. Give me the man that's sweating in the sauna. I don't want nobody moaning on the phone with burning incense and dolls with pins on it. No. I don't want that. And he always wanted me to send him in my drawers. And you gonna send me the drawers? I'm gonna put a little. I said, why does Rich want my drawers? He said, can you FedEx me your drawers? I never did because it was weird. Nobody ever asked me for my drawers. Who does that? Who want my drawers? Can you send me your drawers? I want to put a design. I want to put the Wiley Show logo on your drawers. I don't want that. What my drawers for? No. I don't want them draw my draw. No. I mean, what you want my drawers for? He was so upset, wanted my drawers. No. In my drawers. So, anybody want to call in? I wasn't planning on doing it. I was on spam. But I forgot I downloaded that picture. And every time I see that big lady, now she supposed to be a preacher, she out of order. She on there supposed to be a preacher and gossiping and got exposed and she started crying. And Bishop said, "Keep it Biggie Small. Shut up, Biggie Small. Here you are, big. Need to be in somebody's gym. Need to be preaching over somebody." Mary Magdalene was washing Jesus' feet. One eat no pig feet and collard greens and chicken and gossip. The women that was following Jesus, that was there with Jesus, they were putting in the work. They weren't on Instagram gossiping. With hair that ain't your hair, that wig would wear to blow off your head. They weren't in that gossiping, eating, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You're supposed to be in that preaching, praying, and ministering, helping young women. And you gossiping. That's why you single. You on that platform gossiping, kikiing and laughing, and got mad because Bishop, the street of Brooklyn, woke up and started cussing and calling you Biggie Smalls. And look at Larry, he's shot. No, somebody finally called you up, you messy. Ooh, don't get me started. That Brooklyn came out of that Brooklyn. It reminded me of Jesus when they was up there selling that stuff in the temple, and Jesus came there, wrapped some around and started throwing tables and chairs. And started calling her Biggie Smalls. And I think he called her Miss Piggy. Call that lady Miss Call that lady Miss Piggy. And look how she looking. She bad. Miss Piggy. Look at Larry. That pedo. He got to put his head down bad. Y'all should have been over there gossiping. Anyway. So, thank you all so very much. I wasn't planning on doing this. I told y'all we have to keep it a 2-hour show because we was going to open up the phone line, but y'all didn't call in. So, again, y'all love me. Y'all love that I'm entertaining. And we want to thank y'all so very much. We'll be in Vegas October 6th or the 9th. Make sure y'all come see us in Vegas because, we going to have a good old time out there. So if y'all want to see us, make sure you email us because we just having fun for Friday, Saturday, Sunday on October 6th or the 9th, the first weekend in October. Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. All right. Thank you all so very much. This was... This is a good show. I told y'all on Sunday it's a good show. Okay. And so we want to thank y'all so very much. I don't know if I'm going to go live on Monday because I have a big schedule. If I do go live on Monday, I don't know if we're going to go live on Monday. It's a big, big schedule I have on Monday. I have a lot of errands to run on Monday. But we want to say, but again, if something pop, I gotta go and get it in. Make sure y'all become a member. Subscribe to the show. I want everybody to subscribe to the show and have a good old time. Make sure it's Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. Wiley, WILEY, SHOW Productions, right? At gmail.com. So make sure y'all go and I want y'all there. We gonna have a funky good time. All right. Definitely want y'all there. All right. We definitely gonna have a funky good time. So as they say, so make sure y'all go to Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. So send that as well. If you want to become a member, the link is in the comments. I'll post the links after this video is over. We want to say thank you. Would I go live tonight? Maybe. It's Sunday. Sundays is usually slow news day, but it wasn't a slow news day. It wasn't a slow news day today. All right. Father God, thank you all for coming over to the Wiley Show. First time, make sure y'all subscribe and share. In the words of my dear sister missionary Millie, little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Now, It's 293, y'all. Can you do me a favor and like the video? Like, click on that video. Because this the only show you gonna have a good time with. I mean a good time. All right? You're gonna have a good time. Make sure y'all like the video. Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Shout out to y'all. All right. It helped us. Yes. Okay. Make sure y'all follow me on Threads and everything. All right. Gotta go, y'all. We will see y'all in the next video. Okay. Bye.